I think. Not sure why. All right, go on, Josh.
We're live.
Welcome to Irish Mindset, everybody. It's been a while, but we're in the off season. The blue and gold game around the corner. No puns intended, since it's at Regan's Corner. Go subscribe down below here at RCS1. Okay, RCSPN1 here on Regan's Corner Media Group. So, Aaron, Larry, let's talk a little bit of our Irish year.
Last year?
No, coming year. Let's forget.
Coming year. Well, three gentlemen have picked outstanding players. What do they call it? Not too way too early All-American team.
Yeah.
One of them was a gentleman named Patterson, and the other one was the name of Joseph. So at least we supposedly have a heck of a center and a wide safety.
What about Mayer? They didn't mention him?
Did not mention Michael.
Boy, he's getting some disrespect here in the last year.
Yeah. And is there a better tight end in the country? Obviously, to these gentlemen there was. But hey, opinions are like gluteus maximuses. We all have one. So. But no, is there a quarterback battle? I don't think so. Aaron might. I don't. I think it's Tyler's, unless he really messes up.
If we get Dante Moore, I think after this year, Drew Pine will transfer.
Well, here's the not a problem, but none of these quarterbacks are Coach Freeman's. They were all they were there or signed.
Tommy Reese helped. Tommy Reese helped on those to get Tyler. I mean,
and we all know, and you're going to face it the first game, you need a running quarterback. And Ohio State's got one. So move over, Seamus. Thank you. As for the defense, it's in a way, I guess, the way everybody's talking, it's kind of set. Since Coach Golden is not only the defensive coordinator, but he's also the linebacker coach. And until you really get into the spring workouts, who might be.
Hopefully some of the young ones will step up.
Well, like one is Prince Khali. I don't know his problem. I don't know if it was just
some of the players just don't develop. I mean, they just don't.
Well, wasn't he also hurt?
I don't know if
he was developing. It was just a developing factor and everything. He was hurt. I don't think he transferred from high school to college in his first year in practice. And I just think all that's kind of meant into almost a bust freshman year for Prince Khali. Where
attitudes too. Some of these players we've had, there's off the field problems, and I mean, they're immature and they.
Yeah.
Right.
We've had a lot of those that have gotten in trouble and put themselves in doghouses. Whatever happened to? I mean, an example is who's the one that transferred to Indiana PU? He was a 5-star corner safety.
You got me, boss.
I think he was in that incident with those 5 guys in the car.
Oh yeah. What? Oh yeah. No. And did any of them come back and were worth anything?
I think.
No.
I can't even remember the names who was in that car, but I thought there was one that played. It stayed and played. It was a running back, I thought.
Might have been. I
Yeah.
know the situation you're talking about.
How about Bo Flimmister? I mean, whatever happened to him? He's still on the team.
Yeah, I don't. And you might have more input. I don't know what he did, but he put himself deep in the poop chute.
Deep in the Kelly doghouse. Deep.
What the hell was that?
Oh, I'm happy to decline.
Oh, okay. Yeah, and running backs is not our problem, you know. And you got a good one coming in. And like we were talking before, supposedly this will be one of the biggest groups coming in on Blue Gold game.
Hopefully it's beautiful weather. Hopefully it's a nice crowd, and everybody's going to be exciting because it's going to whole new ball game, a new season, new coaches.
Yeah,
I mean, it's going to be exciting.
What do we get? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 new coaches.
7 new coaches. Let's kind of see how they all adjust. Because I feel like we did a good job of hiring every position that we needed with wide receiver coach, with the running back coach, from experience from USC to Ohio State.
Don't forget Harry.
Almost getting nabbed by the Bills. And don't forget about one of the best offensive line coaches in the game, Mr. Harry. So it seems like the coaching staff is built, ready, and steady for years.
And we got big time players looking at Notre Dame now.
Yeah. Which
Did
is
you see the one? I think it was that Keon Keeley is now in the top 3 in the country. Our defensive end. So if you look at the recruits now, some of them are moving up the rankings. So
yeah. Well, and as we all 3 of us know, all right, a 2023 commit don't mean Jack Doogie.
Not right now.
Yeah. Hopefully, and I think Coach Freeman and the way he said, we don't have one recruiter. Everyone has to be a recruiter. Okay, which makes sense. Stuckey's a wide receiver coach. He goes out and talks to who? Wide receivers.
Right.
Makes sense. So he breaks it down that way.
He has to be talking hard to Carnell Tate.
Yeah.
That's a big one that we need.
Yeah, it's
he's a 5-star.
Yeah. Well, and the receivers you got, the freshmen are now sophomores, which always makes them better. Is Lindsey going to be the Lindsey we saw a couple years ago, or is that a nagging injury that's going to stay with him throughout his career at Notre Dame? You don't know.
Don't know.
I see that Kevin Austin ran a 4.3. I didn't know he was that fast.
Yeah, I didn't either. Well, and also kind of change the subject since we're talking past Notre Dame player. Cone did a great job.
That's a good segue, boys. So where do you think Cone ends up, and what team will need Jack Cone in the draft?
Yeah, let's put him with the Colts.
Maybe way late rounds. Late rounds.
Yeah.
Backup. I don't think he's an NFL starter.
Oh no. And he's got to get with the team that is a drop back passer, because let's face it, there isn't much speed for Mr. Cone.
He had hard time in college football. Just imagine the speed is triple in the NFL.
Oh, yeah. No, it's and there are teams that are drop back, I'd be surprised if he was drafted higher than Ian Book was. What was that, 7th round?
He was down there. And they're even know what they're going to draft a quarterback. So Book's probably
The
On
thing
his way.
is,
Yeah.
with Cohen's size and arm strength, that might be more appealing to NFL scouts than books for sure. So
Yeah.
that's the thing I think of. Honestly, I think probably 5th round to the Washington Commanders.
Commanders.
That high, you think, huh? Yeah, I didn't know, which doesn't mean anything because I don't know anything, because they were talking, and I imagine you guys saw it too, about the width of your hand.
Mm-hmm.
And Pickett's was what, 8.5? And the lady that was broadcasting this said, I got bigger hands than him. And I'm thinking, I guess that means a lot. The football's a little bigger in pros than it is college, grip wise. And I guess Pickett was from Pittsburgh, I believe. He did have some bad times. Cold weather didn't help him, picking the snap up.
Yeah, Pickett going up high.
Yeah, that's what
11th overall.
I see Hamilton. Kyle's been going up and down. I mean, some have him at top 5.
He froze?
Who?
No, I could hear Larry. I could hear Aaron. Can you guys hear me?
Larry's froze.
Larry's froze again. He's frozen like an icicle, Aaron.
Yeah.
Man, dude, why are you frozen like an icicle constantly here?
Because it's
Might-
cold.
You might want to tap Seamus's head, get some luck off.
Seamus is doing it. I don't know why. Shit, if I knew why, I wouldn't do it.
Hey, but anyway, we're going back to some Jack Cohn kind of draft analyzation here, since it's in Indianapolis, the draft combine. Okay, so
I didn't see what Kyrene Williams did in the combine.
I didn't either.
I say he's going to be 3rd and below, probably.
yeah,
he's got the speed, but he's awfully small.
to me, he might be the steal of the draft. Honestly, might be like an Alvin Kamara kind of player, because he's got a lot of Zeke Elliott in him when Zeke was really good.
Well, Alvin Kamara got in trouble, so out in Las Vegas or something.
Hey,
California or something. Oh boy.
I mean, I saw like a joke meme the other day with Alvin getting released from the Saints. Okay, so
Yeah, well, the Browns will pick him up.
and then you have 4 deep and still don't run it, and have Baker Mayfield throw with a broken shoulder.
Yeah,
So, Josh, you going to the spring game?
I am not going to spring game because I have to call some baseball games, or I would.
Oh, wow.
liar.
You know that, Larry. I have to go down to Indianapolis.
That's if they let you in the bus.
Yeah, that's if they let me.
Yeah, no. I didn't see anything about Kyrie either.
All I saw was Jack Cohn and Kevin Austin helped their
Draft status. Yeah, it's hey, good luck. Will Cohn be a good backup? Let's just face it. It's going to be, as Aaron said, it's going to be late. Maybe 6th, maybe 7th at the best.
Honestly, I think Washington does the same thing that they did with Robert Griffin III and with Kirk Cousins. Okay, I think they draft Pickett, 11th overall. I think they draft Cohn in the 5th or 6th round.
I don't know if they're going to draft 2 quarterbacks.
Especially that early. They've got more problems than just quarterback.
I would be surprised if you get undrafted too, sign as a free agent. I mean,
yeah,
this is one of those things. He's not mobile, and
right.
I mean, he probably got a good NFL arm, but you have to have some mobility now in the NFL.
Oh yeah,
or you're going to be with a clipboard on the sideline.
Yeah. No, I agree. It's That was the biggest problem. And like Aaron just said, these defenses are a lot quicker than the college defenses. Okay. So instead of 3 seconds,
Right.
what, 1.5, you got to get rid of it because they'll kill him. No
Okay.
offense.
They will.
But yeah.
Well, I'm anxious for spring game just to see where our team is right now,
Yeah.
and see the offensive line and see if they're gonna excel this year. Because the first game they're gonna have to block. First game they'll have to block. If we don't have a running game, we're in huge trouble.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Oh, without a doubt. Hopefully,
You can't rely on Tyler to just keep throwing the ball like Jack Cohn did.
no. It's they're all seasoned. That's the positive I've got for our offensive line. They've all got to play. Fisher should be healthy completely because he would have started last year.
And that's going to be the question: if they're going to put Alt at left or Fisher back at left, and put
Good
Alt at
question.
right. It's either or. Alt will go to right side, put Fisher back at left, or they're going to keep Alt at left and put Fisher at right. So
I would think they'd keep. I think all of us agree. I thought Alt did a hell of a job.
Yeah, he did a hell of a job on that blind side. I don't know why you would move it.
I would think you'd move Fisher,
Yeah.
although we don't have a vote, so we'll see what coach has got in mind.
Fisher's massive. I mean, his wingspan is huge, and that's great for a left tackle because they can grab on to guys trying to go around. And I mean, it's going to be tough because Fisher's highly touted when he came to Notre Dame.
Yeah.
I mean, he started as a freshman, so.
Well, we do have an offensive line coach that will square everybody up, I would assume.
Oh, yeah, big old Harry. Okay. Here's the thing. Since he's went to the Bears, it just seems like the offensive line for Notre Dame's declined. So you get your coach back, you get that offensive feel back.
Yeah.
The problems that we felt last year may not be the same problems we feel this year. Okay. Even because we have a running quarterback, Larry, with Tyler. He has a cannon. Okay. So
here, if you look at all these too early projections, what's the biggest problem for Notre Dame is the quarterback. Can he come in and take over? Well,
we'll find out. First game.
Yeah.
We'll find out. See where he's at.
Yeah, no, that should be.
I think last year's spring game. I think last year's spring game, Drew Pine impressed me in the spring game of last year.
Yeah.
He played one game this year?
Yeah. Part of a game, yeah. Ask Wisconsin.
So,
yeah.
It scratches my head. So is there something else going on? That's the thing. Or he's not really developing what they thought they would. I mean, it's.
Yeah. Well, or did him and what's his face not get along that well?
It just scratches my head because, especially the last game of the season, the bowl game, we didn't see Tyler or Drew come into the game. So,
yeah. Well, again, is that Coach Reese's or what's his face's problem?
I don't know.
You don't know.
If Brian Kelly was there, would Tyler have been in there to try to change the momentum of our offense, try to get some runs in there? I mean, it could have been Brian Kelly that kept putting them in. Tommy Rees was still the offensive coordinator, and Tyler sat the bench the whole game. So, could have been Brian Kelly saying, "Hey, get him in," or.
Yeah, because I think Tyler was healthy enough, right?
I thought so.
Yeah.
But when you're at like that and they're coming back on you, you need to change the momentum. Bring Tyler in, run a few plays for him, see if we can get something spread out.
Yeah.
But
not only that, eat the clock because that, as we all know, that defense they were dead in the fourth quarter. How they even stayed close mistakes on Oklahoma State's part. But
Yeah.
no, you can't have the defense on that long,
Mhm.
But we'll see. I think I don't know about you, Aaron. I'm thinking at least 10,000 people will be there for the Blue Gold game,
Yeah,
weather
most of
permitting.
when the good weather, most of the time it was up to 35,000. In the last before the pandemic, it was around the 25 to 40,000. So if it's nice weather, I say 40, 45.
I could
But with the
see
new
that.
coach, with the new coach here, it could be even 60. I don't know.
Yeah.
Imagine when you watch Ohio State or hear Ohio State's or Michigan's, they have 80,000 go to a spring game.
Spring game, or Alabama or Georgia. Yeah, any of the. No, you're probably right, and don't get me wrong. I hope so. Coach is going to need all the help he can get.
And I told you a few podcasts before. I was ready for a change for Kelly. It was getting stale. It's just the same thing every year for the last 12 and 13 years. I think I'm excited for this. I mean, it's a new. No matter what happens this year, it's a new beginning. So
yeah. Well, how come we got more 4 and 5 stars now than 4 years ago?
Oh, I don't know. We got 2 for the 23 already.
Yeah, but you see where I'm coming from. All right, so Freeman.
It has to be Kelly or some of the other coaches that some of the coaches they had that they said that Alexander, the wide receiver coach, wasn't a very good recruiter. They were actually, I heard about it that Alexander didn't like recruiting or going out and stuff. So that's one big reason. Maybe we're not getting the big wide receivers with,
Yeah.
He didn't get a rapport with some big receivers we should have got.
Well,
I mean, very weather, but
yeah. Well, like Coach Freeman said, every swinging's yeah.
You're on the road, working hard.
You got to.
You gotta go on the road again. Like Willie Nelson said, you gotta go on the road again. You know what I'm saying?
No, it's
okay.
And hopefully everybody he did hire is ready, meaning to go on the road. Parker, the tight end coach.
A lot of them are all young, spunky, right? I mean, are known good recruiters. So our next couple of years here, we're already working on 24 already. I've seen things on 24. Some 5 and 4 stars are already.
Yeah, you got to. If either one of you get a chance, you should listen to the interview of Skip Bayless, why he stayed at Notre Dame and he didn't go to LSU. You want to talk about a positive about Notre Dame, in a nutshell, why would I want to go anyplace else?
Yeah.
Well,
a lot of coaches come to Notre Dame to catapult them.
Yeah. And I think it'll happen,
Freeman has success here. I see NFL teams after him. So,
yeah. It's like you said, most of his coaches are young, and let's face it, you're trying to move up. You want to be the head coach. What better place get with a bunch of young coaches, a halfway decent team. I think we would have all said if we would have ended up 11-2, we'd have been tickled to death before the season started. All right.
Yeah, I was a little optimistic on even having that high of a.
Yeah,
I was a little bit nervous on what I saw at the spring game, and
yeah. Well, we come out against Florida State. We look like world beaters. Oh yeah, there is 2 halves, and then Josh and my favorite field goal kicker wins the game. Should it have been a game? Well, after the first game, you're saying, well, Florida State might not be that bad. Buzz, no, they were terrible. You know, Wisconsin, power running game. What did he throw? 6 picks? No. You.
Uh-oh.
I mean, he's making so many good points. He's freezing up there, Aaron. So he's going to say Wisconsin. You have USC coming back into town after the pandemic. You have North Carolina coming with the stud quarterback, but no offensive line, really no defense either still. Good coach, but still people were like, this and that. And then you got Cincinnati. Okay, the only team that did beat us on our regular season schedule. And then Oklahoma State, we beat ourselves, both of those games, okay? So
same way as the Florida State game. We got ahead and
yeah.
Second half, just and we were still in the Kelly era. Even the bowl game with Marcus Freeman there was that mindset.
Yeah.
Still in their heads, the Kelly era, and same way we played with Kelly. Same thing against Oklahoma State. I mean,
well, I don't know how you guys felt, but I was dead against the 3-4. Only three down linemen, and they were picking us apart. You know.
Yeah, I mean, Spencer looked like a Heisman quarterback on that day. You know, Spencer's not a good quarterback.
No.
I don't even know I didn't even look to see what Al Golden's philosophy is on defense. Have you read anything, Larry? What his philosophy on defense is?
Well, the first thing that was told online, obviously, and we always got to take a grain of salt, is that Freeman said, we're bringing in Golden because he's probably the best defensive man in the business, but we're not changing our system. All right. So then I listened to Coach Golden, and I forget the gentleman, whether it was WNDU or whatever, said, "Are you changing the system?" He said, "No, I'm just going to tweak it a little bit." And I'm thinking, yeah, right. A guru, supposedly on defense. He's been a head coach. I think he got
Rutgers. Which one did he went somewhere?
Temple.
Temple. Yeah, that's right. And helped them.
Yeah,
change.
brought them up.
Yeah.
Wasn't he at Miami?
Yeah, he was a head coach in Miami at one point.
But I think that's when a year or two before they got slapped with sanctions, so it really handcuffed his hands to bring in, whoever.
He's been in and out of the NFL too, so.
Oh yeah.
Just look at Cincinnati. We're talking how bad Cincinnati's defense is, and then all of a sudden they're holding Patrick Mahomes to maybe not even 12 points in the second half of that game. Very crucial to come back. So, and then the Super Bowl, basically the same thing. Yeah. Just a couple of key plays by here. Stafford wins the Rams game of the biggest portion. Yeah. But Al Golden sure turned that defense around. 360 with Cincinnati.
We all agree, especially Aaron and I, before the NFL season started, Cincinnati was the last team. They were the fourth team. They weren't supposed to be able to stay with Baltimore, Pittsburgh, and Cleveland. Well, guess what happened?
Yeah.
So who gets the kudos? Well, the quarterback does, but that defense was awfully darn good, you've got an offense, you got a defensive coordinator, but you got a linebackers coach, you've got a line coach. So the only thing that kind of scared me was he was the last one hired. Okay, yeah, I realize that he's getting ready for the Super Bowl, but well, it's a lot like Aaron and I. Okay, Aaron is the captain. Okay, and then here comes this old man. This guy's going to work for Aaron. Well, he don't know me from jack crap. Is the guy going to work? Is he going to listen? Is he going to is he going to flirt with all the senior girls? You don't know. And kind of correlating that way, Golden had no picks. He didn't pick his line coach, didn't pick the linebackers, the safeties. Now he's got to mesh everything together.
Yeah. And put his hand in for next 23 and 24 to get some recruits in there. So
Yeah. Yeah.
this
You look
is
at
not, this is not his defense. So
Yeah. You know, and I certainly hope he never comes up and says, yeah, just like what Aaron just said, it's not my defense. No, we don't need that. We don't need that. But you look at some of these offensive linemen and defensive linemen that are going to be 2023. My God, what in the hell have they been eating? These are huge kids.
Studs.
Yes.
Where have the studs been going? Alabama. Okay.
Bama, Georgia, Clemson.
Anything south, but now the North rises again. Okay. In Notre Dame. I stole that from the South. They can go fuck themselves. But anyway,
what?
yeah. We don't need any Alabama. We don't need Georgia fans, okay? Because this is a Notre Dame podcast. The North will rise again.
What are you
I'm
drinking?
drinking that blue and gold
You have to be-
Kool-Aid,
you have to be-
Aaron.
You have to be drinking some water.
I know.
Boy, he's going off today.
I know. But
Oh boy. I think Notre Dame's going to get some great players. I mean, they could get two more 5 stars for the 23. And when's the last time we ever even had that many?
no.
I don't know, but we're in the top 5 for the next couple classes. Okay?
Yeah.
Right now in 23, you're number 1, but a lot of teams only have 1 or 2 recruits committed. So
Yeah.
we have 9 already. So
it's a selling point, you know.
after the spring game, we might we always get 1 or 2 that week. The week after spring game, we'll get a couple more commits out of that spring game. So
Well, we hope so, huh?
Yeah. Mr. Tate coming to South Bend. Oh boy. That pairing.
Yeah.
You might have
Well,
a Golden Tate and a Michael Floyd pairing if you get Tate back into the gold.
if you bring in this quarterback, like Aaron said, you're going to lose at least 1, if not 2 quarterbacks. You know, well, we're not talking about Paulus the third. He'll stay. But how good is Angeli?
yeah, and there's another one, Angeli. Because if they don't get Dante Moore, they're working on a guy named Vicina.
Yeah.
Vizzina, I think. They're working on him too. He's a 4-star.
They're also working on Lloyd Carr's grandson as well.
Ooh. Wouldn't that be a ripoff?
We got that Irving. His dad played at Michigan State, and then that Cedric Irving Jr. Cedric Irving played at Michigan State at running back, but his son came to Notre Dame for the 23. So
It's running backs are not well, as we all know, it's the line. And I think we have to make sure that the second group, we won't say string, got to be tough.
Did he freeze again?
yeah. Hey,
Come on, Larry.
tap
Larry.
Shane. That damn Indiana internet.
Hey, I'm just knocking on wood before I go out.
Just shake your head.
That's all I can do. No, you got to have two deep the both lines.
We saw last year we went 3 deep on left tackle. So you guys
Yeah.
have to be, those guys have to be ready. Next man up. That's what it is. Next man up.
Yeah. Well, if you think about it, all right, we were hurting at left tackle, and what did we end up? 11-1. Yeah, the schedule was weak, but we didn't know that to start with. You know,
Mhm.
A lot of those teams were ranked. North Carolina was supposed to be a stud, and they didn't pan out to be.
no.
Who else was up there? It was supposed to be. They just panned out. Was USC ranked at the beginning of the
USC,
season?
Florida State was in the
USC.
top 25 because that's what they build it up. And it shouldn't have been a game. We
Are
should
you
have blew them.
sure Florida State was ranked? I don't know about Florida State, but I know Wisconsin was ranked.
Yeah, but I think
Cincinnati.
in the lower 20s, I do believe, I could be wrong. It would be the first time in my life, but I could be wrong.
Yeah.
What are you shaking your head about, sir?
It's gonna be
You said
interesting.
first time ever that you were wrong. Miss Ann probably disagree with that.
We'll let that go.
Just one question. We haven't even seen the spring game yet, but who is the key individual if he gets hurt? Will hurt Notre Dame. I put in Michael Mayer.
Honestly, I'll say Jared Patterson.
I would
Because
go
you-
with the center.
It's
Because-
the center. The center is supposed to be the leader of the offensive line. Yeah, that's a key
Right.
one.
Because we saw how much it affected him last year with the offensive line. So
Oh, yeah.
I would say probably that aspect because you have a running quarterback. Teams will scout that, make sure that you're going to see at Ohio State, they're going to challenge him to throw the ball.
Oh, yeah.
And you need that offensive line to be stout this year, especially the first game against Ohio State, because you know they're going to be coming, because you know how bad they were to begin with the season with their defense. So you know they stacked up. You know the defense will be ready for Notre Dame in the first game. So if, let's say, some freak accident happened to Patterson, that's where I would be a little bit scared because wide receiver, okay, I'd say heavens the bid. Avery Davis goes hurt. Okay, so
Again?
Yeah, he gets hurt about every year. So
Yeah. It's
but you still got pieces there in that wide receiver core to combat that injury.
no, Styles did a good job as a freshman.
Styles,
He
you
did a
got the
good
freshman
yeah.
all over, and then the running back positions. I'd say Chris Tyree gets hurt. Okay, you still got Logan Diggs, and
Yeah.
you still got that stud. Okay,
That
those
tank.
like the bus.
Yeah, the
Okay.
tank.
Len Sebo Flimmister. Flimmister.
Hey,
I don't know what
Yeah.
happened. You know,
hey, Sebo. Okay, Sebo. Okay,
But they
I really put 34 in.
that
Honestly,
freshman-
34. Okay, he's a beast. Okay, he's an
I can't
absolute
pronounce his
beast.
name. Esteban? Estem? Estimie? Estem?
it's easy for you to say.
I don't know.
Esteban.
Yeah,
easy.
no.
That's like us trying to do the Clemson's quarterback's last name.
Yeah.
I'm not even going to attempt that one.
Yeah.
No way.
Well, that's if he even plays because they
Who's the
benched
backup?
him for a while.
Who's the backup tight end to Michael Mayer? Because Takis left.
Holden, I think, starts
Well,
with S.
They got a freshman. Yeah.
Is that a freshman? Sites?
Yeah, Holden Stites. Yeah.
Yeah, it's other than the front line, offensive line. It's because it just. I think that's the easiest place to get hurt. Okay, obviously, because we lost 3 friggin' tackles. You've got to have backups that are ready to come in and almost as good, if not as good. Same way at the defense, you know.
And cross our fingers, nobody gets hurt in spring or winter practice
Yeah.
here or the spring game. We've
Well,
had
like-
it times when somebody gets hurt in the spring game and puts them out for the first few games of the season.
Well, like Aaron and I have both said, where are we the weakest? I think Aaron and I will both agree to the same thing. It's the back four.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a big. Brandon Joseph will hold up his area.
Yeah.
I'm a little shaky on the corners, boy.
Yeah.
Until they show us something, because the last couple of years have been tough.
What, like we talked the last time.
Mediocre quarterbacks look like all Americans when they come into Notre Dame or even at their home field. We make those quarterbacks look like
Man,
first
lost
round
it again.
drafts. I mean, and that's also on not putting enough pressure on the quarterbacks too.
Yeah, for sure. But the thing that worries me and worries you guys is that you have an All-American at quarterback and you have 3 All-American wide receivers for Ohio State. You have decent tight end. So you have all that. You have weak corners. That's the weakest part of Notre Dame. And you going against basically their strength in Ohio State. That's where it kind of is like, as a Notre Dame fan, you want to think they're going to win, but you got to think about the corner and wide receivers. Like, it's just that matchup is going to be the key of Notre Dame going an upset against Ohio State.
And if any of them developed immensely here in the last till the first game, because somebody might come up and what was that freshman last year? Played safety.
Yeah.
What was his name?
I know who you're talking about.
It's a
He did a
freshman.
good yeah,
He
when
played
Hamilton
pretty
went down. But like you said, the corners are what they picked on the one corner. I felt sorry for the kid, but he was the best thing we had, or they would have taken him out, don't you think?
Yeah.
I'm looking at the program right now.
You would hope that he will progress with a new coach.
Number 11, Ramon Henderson.
Ron Henderson.
Yes, corner. Well, actually, was a sophomore in this thing here, but Ramon Henderson.
Well, if we have one part that's kind of scary, it's got to be the defensive backs.
See the guy Jordan Bothell is going to Idaho.
Hell of
Bothell,
a place to play football.
yeah, he transferred and went to.
Well, just think of the transfers that we have, and do they end up at top schools? No, they usually don't.
They go place where they're going to play 100%.
Why sure.
100%. But I don't know why he came up with Idaho. Boy, Idaho. I want to go play with Idaho.
Yeah, lovely weather. But,
yeah.
Hey, I think we both agree it's Tyler's job to lose.
Yeah.
I think we'll find out pretty quickly who was the biggest problem on offense. Was it the offensive coordinator or the head coach? You'll find out quick.
Very quick.
I think what scared me about Coach Reese is had a hell of a first half against Oklahoma State, and what happened? 3 and out. Can't do it.
Can't do it, my friends. Can't do it. But I hope to see all of you guys at the blue and gold game. But I won't be. But these two will be. But remember, subscribe down below and go check out Limited Nutrition in Valparaiso, Indiana. But my friends, stay Irish. Just stay Irish because it's almost St. Patty's Day. So stay Irish. Be
Coming.
safe.
Go
All
Irish.
right. We'll see you in about a little over a month, boss.
Spring game. Hope it's
Yeah.
not raining.